I get it. I'd feel the same way. I just also know from firsthand experience that it is such a value add that I hate not to have that benefit shared with the entrepreneurs and the businesses that I care so much about. So I'm willing to push beyond that initial negative reaction, like I'm too busy, is what I would expect to hear. It's the answer I would give myself. But I know my better self would be to focus on what truly adds value to my business, and that, I'm too busy to have it, but I'm also exactly in the situation where I can't afford not to have that meeting. And what I hear often from entrepreneurs that do end up proceeding with an advisory board is regret that they didn't do it earlier.
To miss out on the opportunity of having an advisory board be supportive of that, fostering their growth, I would say that in my mind as a farmer, I keep my eye on the end goal and how am I going to get there. By myself is, even though I'm, energetic and all the things that people are, and enthusiastic and passionate about what I do and why I do it, and which most farmers are, I really think that stepping back and really being introspective, this is an important time for a person to be introspective, and as a farmer with a product to sell, to get into the marketplace, and realizing that we have incredible capacity. However, we have limits, and if our goal is to reach the market in a broad stroke, we really want to pay attention to how an advisory board could really positively impact that end goal. And I think it makes it easier to open up yourself and your business to outside perspective, because all outside people have is your best interest and the goal to get your product into the marketplace.
The first thing I would say is I totally understand that there is never a time where there's something that you don't have better to do. You'll always have something more pressing than working on forming an advisory board or having an advisory board meeting. If you're trying to run your business, there's always going to be something right in front of your face that seems more important. And in many cases it may be, but finding the time within your schedule to make it happen is totally worth it.
One of the things we all experience as small business leaders is we're always learning something new about what's working and what's not working in our business. And this is just another great opportunity to learn new things that will help us be successful. So I would think of it in that same vein, just as you want to go out and hear from a set of customers what's working and not working about your product or your marketing strategy. This is another great group of people that have a different set of perspectives on your business that can be equally, if not more, helpful.
I think the Lone Ranger concept has probably worn itself out. I think we really need to pull our community together or allow our community inside, our community of advisors, our community of support technicians, and our community of financial resources I think we need to be available and to open ourselves up to those, because they have tremendous gifts, and they also have an incredible opportunity for us as entrepreneurs to reach the marketplace that we're so that we are so impassioned to meet.
Tend to think that advisory boards can help the entrepreneur to ensure that the ladder is against the right wall before they go to the effort of climbing it. And that's the kind of thing that I think in the end saves time. I've seen businesses that go down a path of exploring a particular growth initiative for about 6 months more than they really needed to if they had the benefit of additional thinking and additional perspectives up front early on in that process. That could have curtailed a lot of wasted energy and time.
And the second thing I'd say is, if you're trying to decide whether or not you need an advisory board, I would just ask you, have you achieved all your growth objectives? Have you achieved all your profit objectives? Are all of your employees perfectly happy? Have you achieved your social mission? And do you ride to work on a unicorn? And if the answer to those questions is yes, then you don't need help from any advisors. And if the answer to any of those questions is no, I would recommend asking for help.